Hello again, it's me, Tivian, as always, and we're continuing our French playthrough here. We are still working on Divided Monarchists. It should be done relatively soon. We've gone halfway and we already played a little bit, so it should go quite fast. What else is happening? We have an election in 15 days, so let's just wait 15 days and see how the election turns out. We can see here that Resistance Party has a lot of momentum. We did a good. They did. I feel like I'm part of this one, even if just because I want to play as Napoleon soon. So I'm rooting for these guys. They had a good election campaign, if you remember. Napoleon III, he did good lobbying here, and we got a good momentum. Republican Union made a bad campaign, and these are it's these two parties, Rule of Folks and Intelligentsia. They have a lot of it's about similar size in the votes, but these are they're more powerful because of our voting system, wealth voting, which I guess is that you get, if you're wealthy, you get more votes. So landowners here, it's a wealthy. They are wealthy, so they have a lot of votes. Rural folks and Intelligentsia are poor people, so they have fewer votes. And it's 2 days left, and then we can see the election. So the election results are in, and 94% for the Resistance Party. We have a coalition government here. We also have four parties here in the Resistance Party, and we have a coalition with the industrialists. We are not reforming the government. We could reform the government here and only have these three parties. We would get more legitimacy, but what would happen is that the industrialists would join the Republican Union. And we don't want that. We don't want that. We can handle the little bit lower legitimacy right now. What else is happening? How is our trade routes doing? We can probably cancel some of the trade routes here. That's not making money anymore. We free up some more bureaucracy that way. So we were thinking about attacking the Zulu nation here, and I think we should do that. The reason is that only countries that are close to your own border wants to join your power bloc. So these guys doesn't want to join our power bloc very much. But once we take Zulu, then they will be close and they would be much more happy to join our power bloc. So diplomatic demands, and I would prefer just to make them a subject, but I want these two as subjects, so I have to conquer this to become neighbors there. So it's conquer state and Zulu, and if the British Empire would side with the Zulu, that would be a disaster. So let's see what the British Empire is up to right now. The British Empire is not doing anything, so maybe it would be good they are infamous right now because they conquered 2 states of the nation of Burma. And let's look at this again here. This they dislike British Empire dislikes me more than Zulus. Portugal could also join. Portugal is weak. They're quite weak. But the British Empire would be big problems. We only have a navy of 100 ships, and they have 187 ships. So they would blockade us. We have stronger army, but weaker navy. So maybe it's no hurry. We can wait. We can wait a bit while our infamy goes down. This is welcome. Sweden has started to improve relations. We could start working on maybe get Sweden into our customs union. What's happening here? Charles X has died. He was supported by the legitimists. We don't want to increase the radicalism in Paris, in Ile-de-France, because if you remember that if 25% of the people in Ile-de-France gets radical, then there will be a revolution, and Mathieu de la Dromée of the rural folk will take the power and he will make a democracy. But we don't want that, so we will take this one. He waived his right in 1830. This was what we were waiting for. The British Empire has started a play against the empire, against the nation of Kutai. They want to make them a protectorate. That means now is the time to make a play against Zulu, because it's possible that Kutai just give up and become a protectorate, but it's the time anyway, because if Britain is already involved in another play, it's less likely that they will fight us. Trying this one. We need to mobilize an army. Let's go for the smallest one. This one, Armée d'Afrique. Let's see, we got an agitator, Victor Hugo. He wrote the what's it called in English? The Hunchback of Notre Dame, or the Bell Ringer of Notre Dame, something like that. Let's see if we can find him. Here he is, Victor Hugo. He is from the intelligentsia. He's brave, direct, and literary. He wrote some, and he wants the right of assembly. Let's see what's happening here. First, we have another event, the donation of knowledge. It's this one, the flight of the Valjean. Victor Hugo denounces the King of France as a traitor. That's quite dangerous to do against the king. We don't like his agenda, but he is liked, so let's see what we can do here. We could exile him. It would make intelligentsia more radical. Yeah, we don't want more radicalism. But we don't want him to join this Right of Assembly Act either. So let's exile him. Oscar Lafourcade has offered to spend some of their wealth to create a university in Lorraine. Yeah, that's good. We need more universities. Universities is used to create qualification, and you could make more advanced job the more universities you have. One reason that we are building in Paris now is because if we go here to the universities, that we can see that we have 5 universities in France, 2 in Languedoc, and 1 in Lorraine. And this one is the new one. Looks like we could change it to the philosophy department. I think we will do that. Why not? Let's do that for all the universities. So these universities are giving qualifications. After we have developed Ile-de-France, after we have made this challenge here, maybe next place we could develop is the is Languedoc, because we already have this. It's this province because it already has two universities, and I also know, because I have looked at this before, it's that we are lacking taxation capacity here, which means that we need more administration offices here. So this is something that we should build up later. Yeah, so Britain has not joined here. They have not joined the Zulu against us. And I think it's likely because they are already involved in this play. Because we changed to the philosophy, we completed this event, so we got some more throughput. So it's time for war. We mobilized Armée d'Afrique, and we're going to invade using a fleet here. It should be no problems. Like in this time period, like the less developed nations didn't have any chances against the Europeans because of their superior technology. This was good. We got another agitator, and both these guys wants to enact autocracy. It's a law. It's not monarchy that you can change. It's this one. Instead of Welt voting, you could have this autocracy. We don't want it now because lots of people would get radicalized, but they don't like it. So, but it's still fine. It's still good that we got these agitators here, because we don't want agitators that support this movement, the right of assembly movement. If we didn't exile Victor Hugo, he would join this movement. And we also have our opponent Mathieu de la Dromée here. But we can still see we have got a lot of radicalized. So let's see, where are the radical people? There is, yeah, you can't see it so much because there is so few loyalists. Let's see what about the radicals. Yeah, it's like, it's quite even. Like for some reason the color scheme doesn't work, but there seems to be radicals all over the place here. But not so much. We have 450 radicals out of 26 million. So usually landings are quite tricky, but yeah, not now because of our superior technology. You can see here how the battles goes. We won the first battle, and we're probably winning the second also. Yeah. They don't even have uniforms. But historically, when the British people invaded them, I think they were the Zulu people were brave people, but it's more important to have good guns than being brave in wars. So we have an event. Someone, a legitimist, has accused Bonapartiste, and we want the Bonapartiste to win, so which is we could, who's this guy? He is let's just go for this one. We could try to attack back, but he doesn't seem so important, so it was because he wasn't a leader of a party or anything like that, so it didn't seem so important to attack him. Back. Zulu should give up soon. Are building new vineyards in Bergen. That's what we want. We want to dominate the wine market in the long run. How are our subjects doing? We should improve with our subjects later. So we will see when they give up. We have 500 radicals, but like there will be a lot of radicals here in this country. You see 300 radicals, and they are the most radical people. And this place has a lot of turmoil and a lot of devastation. It's also a slave state. But they have some buildings here, so it's not a very bad place actually, and also some military. So what we need here is that we need port here. I'm just gonna put this here. The Arab Bureau. We have a university in Languedoc. Yeah, let's increase the immigration. I don't want to lose the university footprint, I think. And because we took this guy, we could now establish colony. We have some colonies. We could establish a colony here in Inner Morocco. I think we will do that. It's these little place here. It's good if we're going to attack Morocco later down that we have a border with them, so we don't have to naval invade. And this place we probably also want to colonize, but let's do that after we have built the port. Looks like because we have a port here in Kenya, and I don't know if they also have a port here. Yeah, both have a port. So, but it looks like we can break out, and that we will be able to colonize Masai later. Okay, so we got our first technology. It's pharmaceuticals. We could maybe try to change the law here. We don't have a health system yet. Public health insurance would be interesting. Industrialists doesn't like it. Private health insurance. It will strengthen the petty bourgeoisie, which would be good for us. And these ones would strengthen the Catholic Church. That would also be good for us. But it's low chances here. So I'm not going to do any political reforms before we have done these things here. Next country we should take is probably this country here of Gaza. It would let us colonize up here because Portugal is in a defensive pact with the British Empire, so it's impossible to take Portugal. So let's go for Gaza. What is the British Empire doing? The British Empire has started a play against China, the nation of King. This is the first of the conflict that later become known as the Opium Wars. It is possible to one strategy that's popular is to attack China after, like if we would start to play against China now, then Britain would naval invade and beat up China, and then we could come in and like naval invade after that when China is not ready. If we were fighting China alone, then there is a big risk that they could make a lot of trouble when we try to land. And China has a lot of battalions, but they are badly trained. So even so I don't think this will be a problem for Britain, and they're also being cocky here. Even if the Chinese are confident, I don't think that's correctly. One problem for the Chinese also is that the British they have like naval superiority, so they can like decide where to invade and like that. It's not in this game. It's not modeled so good because it's very easy, like for armies, like to travel all over the world, like with a lot of big armies. But actually, it was like just to transfer a small force. It obviously it's like a complicated logistical matter, but because of the superior like weaponry of the Brits, then they still won both the Opium Wars because they could like sail to another city, take that city like and use use those kind of tactics. And also there was also like a rebellion in China at that time, that might come in this game also, where there was maybe half the Chinese people wanted to convert to Christianity, and it was a large rebellion to convert to Christianity instead of staying with their traditional Confucian religion. But they failed. But so maybe we should take a break here and think about it. We could probably we need to declare an interest, and we could also take like a port, the Brits they want the treaty port of Chaozhou. In real life, I think it was Hong Kong that they took, and all European nations, they had their own treaty ports here to import and trade with the Chinese. So maybe let's take a little bit of a break here and think about it. Should we go after China, or should we continue our African colonization? So see you in next video.